everyone, it's Joy here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a really awesome day. So for today's video, I'm doing Spellbinders large die of the month for March, and this is a beautiful slimline die. So here is that big large piece. I die cut that from Cashmere cardstock. Then you have these other floral pieces, flowers and some leaves. These are these 3-piece layered flowers. It's kind of like the kaleidoscope look, and so I die cut that from Lagoon, Mars Green, and Nude. And you're going to stack them like this, and then you get this beautiful layered flower. The color combinations are absolutely endless. I just absolutely love these type of dies from Spellbinders. They are so fantastic. Isn't that gorgeous? Then you have the flowers and the leaves. I am not going to be using the other leaves, but I am going to use that flower die, and it die cuts 2 sizes of flowers and the centers, and I die cut that from Nude cardstock, but I actually end up coming back in and die cutting it again from Mars Green and Lagoon. So I have my slimline card base, which measures 8.5 by 3.5, and it's just white cardstock. And then I'm going to adhere this large piece from the large die with some liquid glue to the background. I want to make sure it's nice and even, but it fits perfect on this slimline card. So now I'm going to start inlaying some of my pieces. This is Barely Green cardstock. So for the greenery, this is the color I'm going to be using. I just die cut this background piece from a bunch of colors. I found these bigger pieces, but I'm going to show you in a second an easier way to do it instead of having to find puzzle pieces to fit it in. But I'm just using some liquid glue and my crystal katana here to just put it in place, which makes it super, super easy. Then I die cut some more from Barely Green, another piece, and I'm just laying it on top. I added the glue to the leaf part, and then as you can see, I just kind of pushed those little die cut pieces out when I overlaid it here. Some of those pieces stuck to my die cut platform, but that was no big deal. But most of them I could just come in and just push down and get them right into place. So I'm just going to finish doing that. I'm just lining that up and pushing that into place, making sure everything's stuck in there good with some liquid glue. Then I'm coming in with the Nude cardstock and doing the same thing for some of those flower pieces. So you have some leaves, then you've got these flowers. Again, I just use some Barely Art liquid glue, put it in place, and then I'm just going to push down through the other die cut piece that I've laid over. And now we've got these easy, quick and easy pieces in when you're inlaying in these die cuts. Now I'm going to layer these flowers. I die cut this 3 times because this background calls for 3 flowers. So I've done that. I'm going to adhere these pieces together. I also wanted to say that I do have a blog post sharing this large die again. It's a blog hop for Spellbinders, so you can go check out my blog at createitwithjoy.com, and you will see another way that I used this die. Now I die cut that large piece a second time, and I'm gonna come back in and lay that down before I glue these larger flowers into place. So again, just adding the liquid glue. You could glue these 2 background pieces together ahead of time, but if you don't get them exactly lined up, sometimes I find that doing your inlay pieces, it makes it a little bit harder. So this is such a large piece, I just did not feel like dealing with that. So I put the first piece down. Now I'm going to come in with the second piece. I kind of like this look because it gives, I don't know, it just makes the outline a little thicker, obviously, but it gives it a really, really great look. So I'm just going to lay that down. I've got my reverse tweezers to kind of help me hold it into place. And of course my liquid glue. And then we can come in and glue down the rest of the flowers. I'm just making sure all my little pieces are adhered, but doesn't that look really, really nice? Except for those 2 little leaves right there, decided they weren't going to be glued down. So adding just a little bit of that liquid glue and push it into place. I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue just to the centers of the flowers because I like that the edges are popped up. I don't want it completely flat to the background. It gives it some dimension, which is really fantastic. Now I'm going to bring in these other little flowers, and I feel like they go a certain way on here, so I was just kind of checking in which way they went and how they laid. And like I said before, I was going to do all of these in that pink color. This is the Nude cardstock from Cardstock Warehouse. All of these colors are from Cardstock Warehouse, and I do have those listed and linked below. But then I brought in the Mars Green, which is that dark one, and Lagoon. I also want to say, you guys, if you like this video, if you like what I share, please subscribe to my channel. If you do, definitely hit the notification bell and hit all so you don't miss any of my videos. I really appreciate that. Definitely comment, because I really do love chatting with you. Even if it takes me a minute to get back to you, I'm definitely going to try to respond, and I think I'm pretty good at that. And definitely like, thumbs up the video, and share. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to finish adding these flowers, and then I have all of those little center pieces over there, and I'm just going to kind of mix and match the centers. After I was done, I thought, you know, I probably should have used that Barely Green for the centers of the flowers. That would have been really, really pretty too. But I didn't, and that is totally fine. So here I am trying to figure out which way these flowers go. And you could also double up those flowers and give them some more dimension. And that would be really, really cute too. I'm going to bring in Spellbinders Crystal Mix Gems. These already have like the little adhesive back to it. And I'm going to add that to the whole background. And I'm also going to add it to the center of those layered flowers. I'm going to add some large ones into that. And then the next two sizes smaller, I'm going to add all over the background of this card, because I just felt like it absolutely needed some bling. So I'm just kind of putting them in and around, and these were so easy to stick. And they have lots of these Crystal Mix. It's their gems. They have different colors. Like they have a gold mix, a crystal mix, a silver mix. They have all those different kinds, but I am using the Crystal Mix, which I thought would be perfect. They're kind of iridescent, which is fabulous. Then I'm coming in with a sentiment that I already had stamped and trimmed out, and I'm pretty sure this is from Tailored Expressions, but honestly I could not tell you from what stamp it was, so I do not have that linked below, but I am popping that up with some foam tape and adding one more little gem that I had to move. And then this card is completely finished. Isn't that so fun? Oh, I also wanted to say my color combination I found online. I just looked up color combinations and I found this one. So it was perfect. I want to thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you watching my videos, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.